Hi. So today I want to talk to you about one of the more controversial topics that I usually talk about, and not many people agree with this approach, right? But I have learned over the years of having my own business how important this theory is to put into practice for a number of reasons. And what I'm talking about is the whole concept of paying yourself first. Now, I know you're going to say to me, Adanna, that makes absolutely no sense because I'm only making $500 a month in my business and I cannot pay myself. But let me break it down for you. When I say pay yourself first, I don't mean if you're making $500, you take that $500 and you just put it all into your personal account and don't reinvest in your business. That is actually the opposite of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, yes, it is important for you to reinvest into your business, but it's just as important for you to pay yourself. Even if that first payment is $20, you need to get into the habit of paying yourself some kind of salary, for want of a better word, based on the output that you have put out to grow your business to where it is. It's a great practice to start even when you are now starting off in business. When I first started off in my business a few years ago, I will literally just pay myself $200, right? I was making like maybe $2,000 a month or something, but I paid myself $200, and that was my $200 to do with whatever I wanted to do with that $200. But it was a good practice because over the next few months and over the next few years, I was able to see an increase in my salary, right, of what I would pay myself. I see an increase in the payment to myself. And it also helped me to set higher goals or larger goals to ensure that my payment to myself and the investment into the business continued to grow. It's all about setting up your business to really run like a business and not like a hobby, right? You're not just making money to reinvest into the business, while that is important, but you're making money to pay yourself and reinvest into your business, right? So as I said, even if it's $20 you pay yourself, even if it's $100, start to get into that practice. Think about it this way. Would you want to work for a company and you put out all this effort and then you never get paid at the end of the month? You would never work for a company that never pays you, right? I mean, unless you have gone in on a voluntary basis or something like that, which is totally different. But if you have committed your time, your energy, and your effort to a company, you expect quite a few things. You expect to be paid. You expect to get some kind of benefits, holidays. You expect to get a raise at some point in time. You expect to get training, right? You have certain expectations when you are working for somebody else. So why not have the same expectations of yourself and the same expectations of your own business? Paying yourself first is not a bad thing, right? Is actually a really good practice to start when you are starting your business. And the controversial part is about the paying yourself first, especially for people who have staff, right? They think, I need to pay my staff first. I need to pay all my bills first. I need to reinvest in any money that remains after that I will pay myself. So whether that's $5, right? But I'm challenging you to do the opposite of that. The profits that you make from your business, decide in advance how much of that you are yourself. So some people say, they either choose like a flat rate, so $1,000 a month, $500 a month, whatever that flat rate is, or they choose a percentage of their profit. So they might choose a 10% of their profit they pay themselves every month. My challenge to you is to pay yourself first and then pay everything else after. You know why? Once you have determined how much you are going to pay yourself, you will then figure out, okay, so let's say all your bills are usually $6,000, right? And you have decided to pay yourself $1,000 per month, which means that, and you're only making $6,000, right? But all your bills are $6,000. You have decided to pay yourself $1,000, right? Which means when you make that profit of $6,000 and you pay yourself $1,000, you only have $5,000 left, which is not going to cover your bills, right? But what is that going to make you do? What is that going to make you do in essence? In essence, that is going to force you to ensure that you bring in enough money to pay all your bills, or pay your staff and all the other things that come with running a business. It's going to force you to be more creative. It's going to force you to put out a little more effort. It's going to force you to find a way to get that money to pay the other things that you need to pay. And that is part of why I say pay yourself first. It kind of, in business, they always talk about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Well, it does that, right? Because at the end of the day, I have to pay myself $1,000, and if I pay myself $1,000, I only have $5,000 left, and I need $6,000 in order to pay everything off. So it's going to push you out of your comfort zone to ensure that that $6,000 is actually made to pay the rest of the stuff and still make that $1,000 to pay yourself. Right? Do you think these CEOs of big companies and all these people, they pay themselves last? No, they pay themselves first, because their investment is greater, their workload is higher, right? And they're the ones who are taking the risk. So in essence, they deserve to be paid first. And you also deserve, as the owner of your business, as the head honcho in your business, you also deserve to be paid first. So it's a mindset shift, guys. That's all it is. It's not rocket science. I know it's controversial. I know a lot of people will listen to this and shake their heads and be like, Adanna, hell no, that is not going to happen. But I challenge you, do it for 3 months. Test it out for 3 months and see if it makes a difference in how you structure your business. See if it makes a difference in how much revenue you actually bring into your business to ensure that you are paid first, and then you still make enough revenue to cover all the other expenses, as well as invest into your business, right? It's really just a mindset shift, and a lot of the great entrepreneur books and stuff will tell you about that. Pay yourself first, and then pay everything else after. It's like, think about when you're in an airplane, and they have the instructions in case there's an emergency. What do they say? Even if you're traveling with your baby, your precious baby, who you want no harm to come to, right? What do they normally say? They normally say, put the air mask on yourself first. You put that on first, and then you put it on anybody else who's dependent on you, because you have to make sure that you are okay. Yeah, you understand how that works? So you make sure that you are okay, and then you see about all the other things that have to happen afterwards, right? So it's really about changing that mindset and understanding that a payment of yourself is not going to be to the detriment of your business, but it's actually going to push you out of your comfort zone so that you do more, that you be more, and that you become more. in your business. It's actually a great way to motivate yourself to be better in your business and to create more and to generate more revenue in your business. And trust me, as you start to pay yourself, you would want to increase your pay. It's just like working with anybody else. You want your pay to increase, right? You want a bonus at the end of the year. You want your vacation. You want those things. And in order for you to do that for yourself, it means that you have to create systems and structures, put those things in place in your business so that you get those results in your business. It's not rocket science, guys, but it requires a change in your mindset. It requires a shift in your belief system. And as I always say, try it out first. Don't knock it unless you try it. I know it sounds impossible to a lot of people, but don't knock it until you have tried it. Try it for 3 months and see what difference it makes in your business. And I'm sure you'll come back to me and tell me, Adanna, yes, this completely works. So pay yourself first and then pay everything else after.